Okay, so this should be our final video. Let's see if we can fit this into 20 minutes. All right, so we finished up our liabilities. The next category is our equity, right? It's going to be stockholders' equity. All right. We have capital stock and retained earnings. Remember, we just calculated all of that. So we'll take a look here. We have our capital stock at 50,000. Those are our 5,000 shares, remember? And then our retained earnings. We calculated that right here. Right here. That is our new balance. So we have 122, 591.91. All right. Total stockholders equity. My goodness. There. Total stockholders equity 172,591.91. All right. Total liabilities and stockholders equity. I must have spelled something wrong here. Oh, there it is. Stockholders equity. Oh. And what is that total? It's a 172 plus the 31. Gives us 204,486.29. Okay? That is all. We have our balance sheet completed. See how we did. Grade step 5. Oh, excellent. Okay, last part of the process. We have our closing entries. All right, so it says right here, journalize the closing entries on page 19 of the general journal. All right, so we have our closing entries here. Okay, we have December 31st. And the first thing we need to start off with are sales. Okay, sales, purchases discount, purchases returns and allowance, interest income. Okay, that is everything that has a credit balance. Well, let's just take a look here. Okay, so we have credit, balance. All right, so we have our sales, the $697. Then we have our purchases discount here, and our purchases return and allowance. That's what we're going to start off with for our debits, and also our interest income. Yes, I am still there. Thank you. This is just a long lesson. All right. So let's start off with sales. Okay. We have sales. We have a debit of how much? Let's find it up here. $697, $375.62. Okay. All right. Then we have our purchases discount. All right. That's our number here. It's a 1959.02. Okay. Then we have our purchases, returns, and allowance. All right. And that's going to be our 2554.81. Okay. And lastly, we have our interest income. And our interest income, $293.76. All right. We have all of our debits. Now, what is going to be our credit? Well, we're going to credit the income summary, right? Because we need to zero out all these balances. And so our income summary is going to be the total, right, of this plus this plus this plus this. I'm going to look at my little cheat sheet here, and it should come out to 702,183.21. Okay. All right. We have that done. Okay. We have zeroed out sales, purchases, discounts, purchases, returns, and allowances, and interest income. Now, let's move on. And we're going to zero out all of our expenses and close them to the income summary. So December, well, we'll just put the 31st here. Okay. 31st income summary. Right, we just put an income summary credit. I'm pointing at the screen like you guys can see me point at the screen. Okay, so here we go. That is a credit, right? So here, we're going to have a debit that's going to go against that credit once we put everything into the income summary. Okay, how do we come up with that total? Well, that debit amount is going to be the sum of all of our expenses. So let's go ahead and start listing those expenses. Start at the beginning here. Starting with advertising expense, right? Okay, advertising expense. And since these are debit entries, we are going to put them in as credit entries to zero them out. Okay. Okay, we are actually, let's start, instead of starting with advertising expense, we will start with our sales discount. Okay. Let's do that. So we have our sales discount first. Oops. And our sales discount is going to be a credit of 1714.12. Okay. Next, sales returns and allowances. Whoops. Okay, sales returns and allowances. We have 4099.24. And then we have purchases. Okay, let's find our purchases right here. 325,045.31. Okay. Now we'll do advertising expense. Advertising expense is going to be 4867.2. Okay, then we have our credit card fee expense. Okay. Oops. Then we have our depreciation. Depreciation. Oh, there we go. Depreciation expense. Oh my goodness. Depreciation expense. Depreciation. Oh, okay, I get it. Office expense, right? Because we have two different types in this scenario. All right, office equipment. Okay, we have our. My goodness, I cannot spell today. Okay. Miscellaneous expense. $36.34. Payroll, tax expense. Whoops. Uh-oh. Payroll taxes. Oh, taxes expense. Yes. Okay, good. And how much is that? 18,688.68. Okay. Then we have rent expense. $87.36. And salary expense. Aha! Yay for shortcuts. Oh, I think in the future I may just not put you guys through the torture of watching me do all this. Hopefully you're speeding up the video. All right, so we have supplies expense store, and we have uncollectible accounts expense. Okay, 2384.10. Okay, and last one. Federal income tax expense. Okay, and that one is 21,519.82. Okay, we have all of those done. Now, this is where Excel would come in handy and make your life a lot easier. Either that or using a cheat sheet like I have today. So now we need to come up with what to put here, right? Our debit for our income summary. We have everything here, all of our credit balances. So we're going to add all of that up, and that will be our income summary debit. Okay, I'm going to spare you guys and just look off of my cheat sheet here. We have 620, 202.17. All right, so that 620, 202.17, that is the same amount as all of these added up, okay? Because debits and credits match. All right. Next entry, we have two more, okay? 31st. We have an income summary. Okay, this is going to be our income summary debit, and our credit is going to be retained earnings. All right. Because we need to close out retained earnings for the period. So let's take a look up here. Where would we find retained earnings? Retained earnings, retained earnings. Where would we find that? Well, we can find it here, right? We can also find it here. Okay. 76,332.6. So put that here. And we'll put that here. All right, last one. Ooh, we're doing good at 19 minutes. On the 31st, we have retained earnings. $20,000, right? And our dividends. Okay, so we need to close those out too. So we can start over with 0, okay? That is it. I believe that is the last step. Okay, good. So let's see how we did. Okay, we did good. All right, perfect. That is the end here. Please let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you in class or in the next video, whichever comes first. So you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Bye.